Hi y'all! Today we gonna keep it simple. We're gonna be making a taco pie. This one was requested by my mother, so we're gonna go for it. For this, we got some ground beef, a pound of it. We got some cheddar cheese, some garlic, some lettuce, some olives, some onion, some tomatoes, some sour cream. We got some cumin, some coriander, and we also have one of these rolls of crescent rolls. But before we get to cooking or baking, we're on the road to 1,000 subscribers, so if you want to learn a new recipe every week, go ahead, hit that subscribe button. Let's get to going. Alright y'all, we have a cookie sheet here. We kind of had lined it with some parchment paper. We're going to roll out our crescent roll dough, and we're trying to keep it together. It's a little harder to do sometimes. It is a little harder to do sometimes. But we're going to go ahead and pinch in all the seams. Kind of just pinch and twist them together. Very lightly. And if your dough is warmer, you don't want your dough too warm because, you know, butter in the croissant, you don't want it melting. But if your dough is warmer, it is easier to work with. I think my dough is a little too warm. As easy as it ripped apart, but that's okay. It's going to be fine in the end. We have our crescent rolls. We're going to go ahead, sprinkle on a layer of that cheddar cheese. Doesn't have to be the thickest layer, because we will be coming back with more cheese. And if any of y'all are wondering why the videos have been kept, or the recipes have been kept simple lately, is December 15th I had some ligaments in my ankle reconstructed. So I promise we will be back to not as lazy recipes here before long. But now that we have a thin layer of cheese on here, we're going to go ahead and throw this in at the oven at 350 degrees for about 12 to 15 minutes until these crescents are done. Alright, so in a cooking pan, and you want this cold because when you cook ground meat, it crumbles better if it starts off in a cold pan. But we're going to take a pound of that ground beef. And we're going to go ahead and start cooking this hamburger, medium-high heat. Take about a tablespoon of our garlic. Take a teaspoon of our ground coriander. Take a teaspoon of our cumin. Alright, while this is starting to cook, let's move over to our counter and a cutting board. Now, you can decide how much you want to do of each of these ingredients. I'm using 1 tomato. Just go ahead and quickly dice it up. Doesn't have to be perfect or uniform. Only if you want it to look good. It's still going to taste good. Go ahead, scoot this into a bowl. Rinse off our cutting board. We're going to take 1 onion. We're going to dice this up as well. Now, just to keep dishes down, it's all going to the same place. I'm going to throw that on top of my tomatoes. Go ahead and rinse that cutting board. Rinse that knife. Now we're just going to go ahead and shred up a little lettuce. However much or little that you would like. Again, saving dishes, just going right back into that bowl. Alright, so now our cheesy croissant pie crust is out of the oven. We're going to go ahead, start putting on that ground beef we cooked. Go ahead and just give that a good old spreading around. Now, I'm going to take some of that lettuce right over the top. Get into those onions. Pretty much all the fixings that we just diced up and cut up. Now we've drained some of our olives. Top that off with just a little more of that cheddar. All we got left to do is go ahead and slice this up into pieces. Go ahead, serve with your sour cream or your favorite salsa or both. But if you like this video, go ahead, hit that like and subscribe button down below. There's a video over here that YouTube thinks you should watch. And until next time, keep on cooking on.